Tonight I wish to speak to you of the transmission of thought. Man does not realize that consciousness is forever communicating itself. Every belief entertained, every assumption accepted as true, shapes the world of man. For consciousness is the one and only reality. The world, though appearing external, is but consciousness objectified. Most men believe their thoughts remain hidden within themselves, and so they dare to entertain inwardly what they would never dare to speak aloud. No thought is without expression, for subjective words, subconscious assumptions, set in motion that which they imply. So too, your consciousness is projected toward the world. Your consciousness is the light reflected on the mirror of your mind and projected upon the one of whom you think. By mentally speaking to the subjective image in your mind, you awaken within yourself its corresponding state, and the movement thus produced awakens a corresponding response within the one toward whom it is directed. Few are aware of the inner conversations they entertain within themselves. A man may outwardly speak words of kindness, yet dwell in resentment, and because consciousness responds not to appearances, but to assumption, the hidden conversation bears fruit. For your fixed attitudes of mind shape the conditions of your world. Man believes he is observing the world. All the while the world is revealing him, for the world is a mirror wherein everyone sees himself reflected. To change the world, you must first change your conception of it. To change a man, you must change your conception of him. You do not truly create a new state within another. You awaken that which sleeps within him. Therefore, if you inwardly persist in the belief that men reject you, you awaken rejection. If you persist in the conviction that you are neglected, you transmit neglect. If you secretly accept that no one values you, that assumption, though unseen, must eventually take form. A man thousands of miles away is rooted in your awareness through your conception of him. For consciousness is not confined by distance. To think is to speak low. To speak is to think aloud. Some impress themselves best through inward images, others through mental sounds, and still others through inward actions. Yet all alike impress consciousness. The state entertained must awaken its likeness, and the world, though slow to appear, had no choice but to follow the state accepted. A man may believe he has freely chosen anger, yet long before the outburst he had dwelt in resentment. For man's illusion of free will is but ignorance of the causes which make him act. He believes himself free while continually moved by states believed to be true. No relationship need forever remain what it now appears to be. Change the conception, and the outer expression changes also. For there is no influence outside the mind of man. The whole vast world is but consciousness pushed out. Never accept as true of others what you would not wish to be true of yourself. For to awaken a state within another, it first must be awake within you. Hatred first darkens the one who hates. Fear first imprisons the one who entertains fear. Condemnation wounds first the one who condemns. For you cannot transmit what you do not possess. You are defined by the sum total of your beliefs. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Disregard appearances. Subjectively affirm as true that which you wish to realize. Were man aware of what he continually entertains inwardly, he would understand the secret cause of the world he lives in. You are not condemned by the facts of life. No condition is fixed. No state is permanent. Man may abandon the state he now occupies and dwell elsewhere. For all things exist in consciousness, and whatever man can conceive of himself can be made visible in his world.